What's up everyone? Recently I've been approved for memberships on YouTube, so now you can join my channel and support me through YouTube. We have different perk levels and you can just choose whatever you want. Any kind of support is appreciated. Hope you enjoy this video and stay safe.
Now we're fighting for the baddest in the game belt, and that's mine. So I'd like to defend it against Jorge Masvidal. So if you want to be the baddest, that's how we're gonna do it.
Jorge Masvidal had a good last fight.
I know he's a gangster, but he's no West Coast gangster. This place erupted. Masvidal looked like a kid who was told that he's about to get a Christmas present. Like there was no animosity there. He's like, oh yes, please.
And it's two Latin dogs just going at it, man. We haven't seen that in the sport too much. We need to see it.
People who've been around and can still be in this and still be on top, just like I have, is just like, you got to recognize that and you got to spit it. And those are the fights I want to see if I'm watching. The realest and the best fighters, the best martial artists fighting each other.
Masvidal trying to close a series of fights and levels, and it's over just that quick.
Everybody's just here and then gone, here and gone. I'm like, what's up? I'm still here.
Miller trying to break free. He's gonna tap. He's gonna tap.
It's all over. It's all over. Nate Diaz.
Wow. He's gonna break the arm. Outstanding. No doubt about it. The best performance of Nate Diaz's career. Just absolutely flawless.
I'm at a different stage in my career where I want the toughest, best fights I can get, or I don't want them, you know? I don't want to fight Mickey Mouse or Joe Blow. I want the best fights.
We're the best in the game because of that, and that's full-on martial artists, full-on life warriors, and the baddest award. So that's the belt I'm fighting for.
Nate Diaz gets that right leg over. He's got it. He's locked it down. Nate Diaz sets it down. Look at Nate Diaz. Double fingers that have fully locked it down. It is all over. Whoa! Nate Diaz by submission.
I want to take everybody's head that's attached to a belt.
It was super necessary.
I've been chasing the belt for 16 years, but that's such a fight for me, for the fans, for the sport.
If the UFC did come to you on Sunday with Nate Diaz, what's your thoughts on that?
In a heartbeat, we're signing.
It is the fight that the fans wanted to see. I can now announce the fight is done.
Now we're fighting for the baddest in the game belt, and that's mine.
I will physically have that belt when I come back to New York. It'll be ready.
And I got the Nick Diaz Army with me. We're here to take my out.
I'm gonna put on the show for you guys in New York. Just check me out tomorrow.
Here we go. So Masvidal, this is his new way to start fights. Leaning up against the cage, hands behind his back. Look for him to open up with something wild. Masvidal, some good shots in the clinch.
Nice how it lands. Trying to survive here early. Big first minute for Masvidal.
You see a lot of bleeding out of Nate's face, his right eye, and Nate has a lot of scar tissue. He opens up cuts very easily, and he's cut badly right now. It seems like there's more than one cut. There might be one on the cheek as well. Oh, big elbow there.
Diaz undocked it with a big right. Masvidal having a lot of fun in there. Big right from Nate Diaz. Right hook to the body, left straight landed. Very nice for Diaz, though. Doctor in to check on the cut of Nate Diaz. No surprise, Nate says he's good.
What is
The doctor's waving it off.
No way. What?
Wow.
No way.
Dana White immediately out of his seat.
You're one of the toughest human beings I've ever seen. I'm ready to go more. I know. I respect you so much. Run that back. That's why people love you, Dave.
The winner of the BMF belt, Jorge Masvidal.
I'm here with the winner, Jorge Masvidal. Are you disappointed with the way they stopped it?
For a fact, I told Nate right now, I swear on it, we're running it back, man. You gave me the love, I'm gonna give it right back. UFC lets it happen, just run it back. I don't like to leave the ring like this with my opponent conscious. There's only one way to do it, and that's to baptize him. I didn't get to baptize Nate, you know, so we're gonna run it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Nate Diaz. Would you like to run this fight back, Nate?
Right back. Let me heal up and let's go again.
It's unfortunate the way that it ended. It's always sucks when it ends with cuts and things like that, but part of the game.
The controversial call going into the fourth has overshadowed that masterpiece. I mean, you're getting booed out there. You won all 3 rounds. Everyone thinks so. And it seems like everyone afterwards is talking about the cuts.
I've been cutting my last 5 fights in the same month, probably 10 fights.
The cut was bad. At first, I didn't know because you're just so in the moment. I know there's a cut there, so I'm aiming for it, but I didn't know till the doctor showed me a picture of it and stuff, and it was pretty bad.
You sneeze on me, I bleed. You know what I'm saying? Blood don't hurt, just in case everybody knows. It's just there.
What would have happened in the 4th and 5th rounds if the fight wouldn't have been stopped?
I would have won. What you think?
Nate, he tends to come on late in those rounds. I mean, does this leave unanswered questions about that matchup in your mind?
Yeah, that's true. It's true that Nate does try to take the fights into the later rounds and comes on strong later.
I was ready to f*** him up, keep going, man. Because there's no way in hell anybody thinks I was tired or hurt going into that 4th and 5th. Nate's a f***ing dog, though. Because those same shots I've hit a lot of people, I pulled them like a long chair. You literally got to kill that dude.
I would love to run it back. That's the only thing I want to do.
I just want to beat somebody's ass, man. I don't want nobody to stop him until I stop him and incapacitate him. So we could definitely do the rematch.
I could already see the coming. I know how this game works. I give all the rematches and make names for all these people. I believe I was responsible for this whole shit.
I'm open to the money, and he's a money fight. I'm just here to get the biggest checks possible. But Nate is in the future for a fact. You know, we're doing it next year, the year after that, but it's gonna happen.
What do you say to the irony that something called the baddest motherfucker is decided by a cut?
Yeah, like you were saying, I think that, yeah, it doesn't make it official, right? It's not official.
They're trying to book the Jorge Masvidal versus Nathan Diaz 2 rematch. Not a surprise, both parties are interested in the fight. This is really the only fight that Diaz wanted, and Masvidal said, if I can't get a title fight, I want to return the favor to Nathan Diaz.
You know, just from like a fighter's code kind of perspective, that Nate didn't get to go out on his shield, that the fight was called because of a doctor stoppage. And I think that this was probably a fight that Jorge felt like he owed Nate in a sense. And if you're Masvidal, I think you're probably pretty confident that you can do it again.
Diaz Masvidal, part 2 for the BMF title. People saying, what is the significance of this fight? How does that fight get you one step closer to a championship? Of which I was simply baffled because it's for a championship. Oh, and by the way, it's a rematch that was for the championship in the first place. Don't tell me that fight doesn't make sense. There's quite possibly not a fight that makes more sense. And if you attempt to tie it in that it doesn't bring somebody closer to a championship, first off, I would just full stop disagree with you, but then I would remind you, while making you look like a fool, that it's for the championship.
Nate Diaz is a fucking star. Yeah, when they put his face on the screen for the Pettis fight, I mean, the arena erupted. It was chaos. They went nuts.
I don't think some people in the UFC realize how big a star he really is.
Oh, he got him with the good one there. Nate Diaz has done it. What a capstone. He puts on the trilogy. It's all over. It is all over. Oh, he's from even more. He's trying to get out of it. Connor's in serious trouble. Diaz gets the ball. Now he's got the ball. Now. That's it. He's got the shot. Diaz. He's shot. He has done it. It's all over. Nate Diaz beats Conor McGregor. Oh, my goodness.
I recognize that he's been in the game longer than me even, and I can appreciate that.
It's getting tighter now, trying to finish it right here.
He's gonna go night-night.
By submission.
Oh, he's gonna break the arm. It's all over. Outstanding.
I'm just here to do what I love to do, fight. You know, people love watching me fight because I come to fight, man.
What a finish for Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal gets a massive knockout win. Jorge Masvidal. And that's gonna be it. Jorge Masvidal.
People love the insane violence, that over-the-top violence, that medieval grit, you know, and I'll give it to them. I'll oblige them. If this increases my paychecks, I will gladly oblige them.
Jorge Masvidal is one of these guys who came up on the sort of Kimbo Slice circuit, literally fighting in backyards in Miami, and he has elevated himself to this position.
People sleep on Masvidal. Do not know why.
We're talking about a guy who has been doing this for a long time.
I think the ref's gonna stop this fight. Here it is. It's over.
Masvidal is much more boxing oriented in his attack.
Oh, another knockdown for Gamebred. Cerrone in a world of trouble here. Masvidal working the body, and that is it.
He's a crafty fighter, man. Really well schooled.
Oh, big kick! Masvidal jumping on Nunes as he drops him.
Masvidal, a confident, brash striker that will walk you down and put a lot of pressure on you.
He's an I don't give a f***, I'll punch you in the face guy. And he's a world-class fighter.
Oh! Beautiful left hook!
He is a really masterful technician.
He's a bad motherfucker, man.
It is all over! Nate Diaz chokes out Marcus Davis! Wow, outstanding.
Masvidal and Nate Diaz, those are two guys that are like the most exciting and most talked about guys in the sport. Wild dogs going at it. Those guys are both like to the core. They're fighters to the core. There's no quit in either one of those guys.
It's all over! It is all over!
This other narrative lives on. Could have you really beat Diaz? Did the doctor help you? Was that a fair stoppage?
Hey, if you're the baddest motherfucker, you gonna take that as a win?
I mean, with your Masvidal, you would like those, little pat on the back. You sure as heck went out there and earned it.
I don't want to know he say, she say, he tripped over a pebble and that's how I got the victory. No. I want to execute you.
So both of these guys have wanted to get it back, and I know they continually come to us, the audience, as though this is about old school respect. And hey, man, you did me one, now let me get you back. No, these guys are upset. George never got his due as he sees it. Diaz didn't get rounds 4 and 5 as he sees it.
The tiger's out of the cage. I'm hurting somebody.
Everybody's just here and gone. I'm like, what's up? I'm still here. And those are the best fighters in the world to me.